Hey guys, welcome back to another WoW video, and for today we are going to complete the Valiance mount. This video is going to be two guides in one because we're also going to unlock some abilities to craft some tier 3 gear in Naxx. So here is the Naxx Portal. I did open up my map just a bit ago, so if you need guidance on where to get that. Our first mission here is gonna be to unlock the NPC Zackett Skullsmash. And that's this guy here. You only see him at the beginning here because this video of me recording the portal and all, I recorded it when I was almost like done farming the currency, right? So he situates here after you unlock him. But when you first walk in, you're not going to see him right in the entranceway here. But, you can see some of the items that he does have. And you can also see the Rotten Delicious that's on him. That's our mount item. So yeah, let's go unlock this NPC. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to create a makeshift grappling hook. So in order to do that, we need to collect a few materials around Naxx, so we are going to have to kill some bosses. So our first item is the Fairlina's sewing kit, and this is a drop off of Grand Widow Fairlina. And then we will also need the Construct's hook. And that one is located in the second room of the Construct quarter. And that's it right here. And then our third item is Abomination's Chain. And this one you just fish up from the slime. So once you have all three of these items, you can just combine them to create the makeshift grappling hook. And then at this point, we are off to go find the NPC Zackett Skullsmash, who is a goblin. He's gonna be up pretty high, so hence the grappling hook. So he is located in Thaddeus's room, and so that's this room here. And this one took me a bit when I first got to it. It's really once you realize where you're using your grappling hook, then it's easy. But like walking in, it's getting your bearings may take you a minute. So I will just leave the unedited version here so you know exactly which areas I hit, in order, and that will help you get to the goblin NPC. So once you reach him, he'll be sleeping. And pretty much nothing's gonna really wake him up. And this was kind of the piss off. When I first got here, I didn't know about this part, and I didn't have holy water on me. So first things first, make sure you have some holy water. Maybe go take a quick trip over to Strathholm. Get your hands on a holy water and then do this. Yeah, I had made it up here, and then I was out of holy water, had no way of waking him up. And so I had to jump down and walk out of the raid. Yep. And so that was a pain in the ass. The quest he gives is called Inconvenience Fee. Yeah. Very fitting name for the quest. So yeah, make sure you have holy water on you. So you're just gonna toss the holy water onto him, and he'll wake up. and give you the quest. And then you have a whole other set of things to do. So the quest requires you to collect 20 Invader Scourgestone. You can get those from bosses in Stratholme and Skullsmash. And then you also need 5 Corruptor Scourgestone. Those are only from Naxx, and they're from the bosses, obviously. And then you need 3 Dark Rune. These drop from mobs in Skullsmash. You can also get some in Corrin's Crossing, and you can purchase them on the auction house if you don't want to farm them yourself. And then the last item you need is black coffee, and that can be bought from vendors in Shat, Stormwind, and Dazar'alor, or you can purchase it on the auction house. Worth noting, I chose not to go this method because I was not in a rush. I was recording these videos around the same time as I was doing the Secrets of Azeroth quests, which were on like a daily rotation for a couple of weeks. So really, I didn't need to rush this video. It wasn't getting out anytime soon. Like, I recorded this 2 months ago. So I didn't go this method, but you can if you're in a rush. If you want to hurry up with this initial quest, you can collect those items on your alts. So what you could do is on your character that you plan on handing in the quest on, go get your black coffee from the vendor, get your dark runes. And then, of course, you can do Naxx and, Stratholme and Skullsmash for your Scourgestones. If you still need more, you can use alts. So, yeah, the quest itself I found pretty easy. Really, where you might want to use alts is when you're actually farming your, tier pieces, and there's a toy on the vendor. There's also the mount. That's when you might want to start using alts so that you can do it all in a week. Yeah. But totally up to you. So basically, once that quest is done, you will return back to him. He's going to be in the same location, so you're going to have to, go back up on the raft and get him. But once it's complete and you hand it in, you will need another holy water to wake him up. So make sure you are coming back with another holy water. And then once it's handed in, he will leave the rafts, and you will be able to find him in the center ring of Naxx, which is basically the entrance area. So yeah, that is that. He's unlocked now. You basically just farm the raid and the dungeons. Personally, after the quest, I only really farmed the raid. I didn't really bother with the dungeon, although I do need to do some transmog farming in the old Stratholme and in Skullsmash. But, for video purposes, I just did the raid because it is a little bit better to be killing the raid bosses. So you get the Invader Scourgestone from Skullsmash that we would have unlocked in the very beginning. And then Corruptors is your Naxx currency. Now, I knew I had a lot of stuff going on for videos, so I was really in absolutely no rush for this, so I farmed it all on my druid because I had, like I said, I had lots of videos to do. This, I knew I had time. But if you are in a rush to do this, you can do it all in one day if you wanted to. Corruptor's Scourgestone is going to kind of lock you because it's a raid, so you'll be waiting for reset. But what you can do is you can go in on your alts and then do their reset, and as you can see, it binds to the Blizzard account, so you can just send it off. You could also farm Skullsmash for the other stones, and yeah, yeah, it's really easy, so you don't have to, you don't have to wait forever to complete it. You can do it all in one sitting if you want. Well, not one sitting, but like you could do it in a day. The biggest thing, though, I will say, is whatever character you decide to actually obtain the mount on, just make sure that you don't kill that boss, who is Instructor Raz, so just keep him alive. Which is what we're going to do this time around. So I think what we'll do, because I think we still need... let's see. Okay, so I'll hand in what we got, and then we'll see what I need for...
Be good.
Yeah, that'll get us 5. So as you can see, the invaders, it's kind of the rougher one because you're only getting 1 for every 10, whereas...
Glad I could help. Got the best deals anywhere.
Whereas corruptors is...
Hurry back.
5 for every 5, so you're getting 1 per. Yeah. And then...
Be good.
How much do we need for... Let's look at our currency. So we need to get the Rotten Delicious. That's the item we're grabbing. There are other items here. So there is reasons to farm this. There's a toy there and, some transmogs and stuff. But for right now, we're looking to get Rotten Delicious. And we need 30 Death's Bargaining chips. We have 20 of these, so we can get 20 right off our corruptors. And then we can get another 5 for our 50, so that's 25. We're missing 5, so let's go kill 5 bosses and come back.
Glad I could help.
Okay, guys, so I'm nearing what I believe will be our last one. Although, I might as well finish off this little wing here. But we can... So that gives us 25, and then we have 5 that we'll get from invaders. So we have enough now to go get that other item. To be fair, it is worth it for us to just go kill this last guy, though. Because he's on our way back out anyway. So I'm just gonna quickly kill him. And then we'll go back to the vendor and we'll purchase our item. Okay, so you can just use this. Brings us back to the beginning. And there's our vendor. I am going to continue after, but of course I'll end the video at that point. But just to show you. But after you've gotten the mount, like the mount is like the most popular item people will be after, but it doesn't end at the mount. There's this that we're gonna buy to go get the mount. There's also some old patterns, so blacksmith patterns, leatherworking, tailoring, 2 leatherworking, I guess. And then there's this toy that takes 15. And those patterns are 20 a piece, so that's a good chunk. They're almost the efforts of this mount. And then there's, of course, transmog that you can go after as well. That's a little less, The transmog is a little easier, but I believe it's a little pricey gold-wise, though, if I remember right. Because you always have to add this item. And yeah, once everything's said and done, you've spent a good chunk of money, if I remember right. And then there's, of course, this item, which I guess I have 2 things I can get from him there. So yeah, after you've gone the mount, you know, if you're a collector of everything, you've got a farm ahead of you, for sure. So yeah, I plan on clearing this raid because I'm okay with doing this very casually. So I totally plan on just using the raid. I'm just gonna farm the raid only on my druid every week, you know? Like, I'm in no rush. Yeah. It'll make for a nice little after mount farming is done type situation. So
time is money, friend.
Anyway, let's get our stuff here. So corruptors, we can get that.
Glad I could help.
That. We do that a few times.
Keep it real. Have a good one. Be good. Glad I could help. Have a good one. Keep it real. Be good. Hurry back.
Oh, I have one. Which would just get you one.
Glad I could help.
Yeah. I prefer to hand them in bulk. You know, I like that, so I'm just gonna hold on to that one.
Be good.
So we have 25, right? Yeah. Okay, so this will get us our last batch.
Hurry back.
So now you're gonna buy the Rotten Delicious. Goodbye our hard-earned currency.
Be good.
Okay, so I believe it's military quarter. Yeah, right there. So we'll just go down here.
Flee before it's too late.
So the important thing here is that you do not kill Raz until you've fed Valiance. So he should be down here. We should be able to just jump. Oh, I don't think you can jump though, can you? Oh, just down here. And our boss is down this direction. They can't, I always forget that you don't see my mouse. But I'll just go towards them. You can see Instructor Raz right there. We're gonna leave him alone right now. And we're going over here. And here's our map, just in case. And you can see Valiance right there in front of us. So he will just, you know, he'll boot you. Yeah. Figured I'd just show you. It does, like, no damage, but yeah, he does not like you. So until you actually feed him, he's not gonna let you get too close. So you, go up to him. And we have our item here, so we can offer him the treat. So just target him, offer the treat. Okay. We're just gonna go over here now. So you can see it says the steed does not accept you as its rider. So what we're gonna do now is we go over here and we are gonna mind control. So you're just gonna click one of these pillars. Okay, and we want to just go up here. And we're just gonna bring him to Valiance or Valiance. I always call him like the two things. However you want to call him. Valiance. Okay. And now he's riding. Okay, so now we are gonna go back over here. So there's no rush on this part, like I'm just hanging out. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe you do have to be kinda... Let's see if it works. I'm willing to risk it. Okay, please be on you. Okay, that did work. That was completely a risk on my part. I wanted to risk it so I could tell you it could be done that way in the video. So if you're not like me and just putts around and, you know, goes AFK whenever, basically at that point where you saw me run back to the pillar, you can just right-click your name and hit dismiss, and that will dismiss you off of there. But obviously you can see that you can just wait it out too, and then when he attacks you, instructor will come and attack you as well, and you just kill him and you have the mount. So here we go, we have the mount, and I can see the way it's worded in the chat that this is one of those mounts that shows up in your guild, so they consider this definitely a very special mount. Like, it's a secret mount, but there's certain mounts that won't show up in your guild, but I bet you if I open up my guild, it says I receive Valiance. Okay, well, let's learn him. Okay, guys, so I just want to clear this raid before I leave, but of course I'm going to show you this mount on me, but I can't mount up in Naxx. So I am, you know, yay for editing. I am going to clear this raid, and then we'll step outside and I'll show you the mount. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, guys, so I finished farming the rest of the bosses for my toy, and we're back in the garrison, and here is Valiance. So yeah, he's old looking for sure, but you know, he's pretty cool. And I guess the important thing is, does he fly? Nope. Nope. So ground mount. So this is just one of many secrets that WoW puts out, and I do cover them all on my channel. There's a folder called Secrets of WoW that's you know, it's got a bunch of puzzle type things, and you know, they gotta make it a mount for most people to want to partake into it, but there are some oddball ones in there. So if you are about secrets, no matter what the reward is, there's some transmog ones, and yeah, but most of them are mounts because, you know, let's face it, not very many WoW players do anything unless there's a mount reward. But this one is a very cool one. I still think, as far as secrets go, I still like the Nightmare mount the best. But this one is very cool because they are, you know, reopening the old version of Naxx and, you know, Skullsmash, and to be fair, no one really transmog farmed back then. because collection didn't really exist yet, and yeah, you couldn't hold on to the stuff, you know? Yeah, I remember back then I basically only held on to my one transmog set, and it would stay in my bank, and when raid would be done, I'd go to the city, you know, put my level 1 to 10 gear on for just to look good, and then yeah, that was transmogging back then. So yeah, I like this one though because it's not just about the mount. You can also go back to get the toy. There's a bunch of transmogs you can farm, and yeah, so you know, your journey doesn't end here. You can keep going, and even more so if you are leatherworking, tailoring, or blacksmith, because there are some patterns for you there. And you also do earn some profession materials. I'll show you some. I was collecting some scraps. War-torn scrap is something you can get, and as you can see, it can be bought or sold on the auction house. Let's just go check. Let's see if this is a good money maker item. I guess, like, it depends, you know. There's people out there that like selling things for very small amounts of money. Me personally, I'd be the person that buys it. You know, I feel like it's more worth it to buy it at that small amount than to sell it at that small amount. But it depends how much you'd need. You know, I did get 7 from, like, that's from 2 raid runs. So yeah, it didn't take long. Anyway, that calls it on this video. I hope you enjoyed. Have fun going after your mount and transmog farming and toy collecting and all that. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.